If you want your sports podcast funny and real,
JB and Benny Blue Review, and ooh, the Valley hot, baby.
tune in to the former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges and Benny Blue for the JB and Benny Blue Review.
Yo, Benny, check this out, man.
Pow.
I ain't rocking nothing but Valley Boys Association all summer, bro.
It.
You know what I'm saying?
Zach and Cody, baby.
Uncensored. Late nights here on the Casual Sports Radio Network.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey.
How you doing? How you feeling?
Hey,
Mama now?
hey,
That's right.
What it do, man?
For the 240th time.
Wow.
Dr.
240
Bridges.
times
My
around
goodness.
the podcast world, if you will. This is the JB
Right.
and Benny Blue Review. You can follow us on all social media platforms at JB and Benny Blue. All right, and on YouTube, you can subscribe. Right, tell your friends about us. You know what I'm saying? 5-star reviews on iTunes, all that shit. We appreciate it. All right, we live stream. You know what I'm saying? On Wednesday, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 Mountain Standard. That's AZ time if you don't know better. And 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. We appreciate all of our East Coast listeners for tuning in, staying up with us, and tuning in. Johnny, you and the crew, what's happening out there?
Johnny,
in the
you.
great city of Philadelphia. Hey, follow us on our individual Twitters
Love.
at 73 King JB 73 and at Benny Blue Eyes. There's always been that and always will be. All right. We got a TikTok. That's right. You got it right. At JB and Benny Blue, how we do. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, show love. You know what I'm saying? Benny is a master of TikTok. You know what I'm saying? At this point. So he's always putting great content up. Okay. Available in the desert where I reside. Casualsports.com, live streaming radio. In Phoenix, you can catch our podcast, our velvety voices. You know what I'm saying? All damn day, all damn night. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always in rotation. All right. Like the blunt. You know what I'm saying? A barbecue. Feel me? Still want to hear our velvety voices. You know what I'm saying? $1 hot, get that. All right. Patreon.com/JB and Benny Blue. You know what I'm saying? Again, for $1 damn a month. All right. That's if you live in parts unknown like our guy Mitch and can only listen on a transistor radio. All right. We appreciate you anyway. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We got you. You know what I'm saying? Sponsorship, interviews, new music. Hey, man, it don't matter. All right. We appreciate it. All pub is good pub. JB and Benny Blue Review at gmail.com. Get with us, though. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the new music. We appreciate that. We love giving love and giving on-site reviews to our new our music people. You know what I'm saying? Our new artists. You know what I'm saying? That's dropping in good music, man. You know what I'm saying? We got people selling shit, right? We got people selling shit. You know what I'm saying? We got people selling shit, man. Because the Valley Boys Association, you know what I'm saying? As you see the shirt, you know what I'm saying, I have on. This is a Valley Boys shirt, one of my favorite ones they make. All right. The Valley Boys Association code, you know what I'm saying? Go to valleyboysassociation.com and use the promo code podcast22 in all caps for 20% your entire order at checkout. All right. Checkout. It's a checkout, right? Your entire damn order at checkout. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's podcast22. All right. For 20% off. You want a car? New, used. All right. Don't matter. Our guy, it's timtobuy.com, right? Pre-owned vehicle, new vehicle, don't matter. Checks review. That's REVIEU. I'm sorry, EW. All right. To 515-444-7003. Check him out on Instagram at Tim to Buy. It's at Tim to Buy. On Instagram, look, this cat is, if you don't follow his Instagram, this dude, man, it's got people holding up the strap like literally like 6 or 7 posts a day. Right? This dude is getting people new cars like crazy. All right, congratulations to him on this beautiful new bride. You know what I'm saying? My boy Benny was out there with the guy, you know what I'm saying, showing love. You know what I'm saying? Some beautiful pictures on Instagram as well. All right, Benny, episode 240. All right,
that's right.
240. What's going on out there in La La Land, bro?
Well, I'll tell you what, my friend, I may be seeing my Michigan Wolverines here at SoFi Stadium for the national championship. They keep playing the way they've been playing. Ooh-wee. We're going to get to
all that in just a couple of moments. And of course, some Week 12 recap, including my kitties on Thanksgiving, your BG. Ooh, we got to talk about what's happening going into the bye week and some Week 13 picks. But things are good, man. You know, hey, holidays coming around. You gotta make JB. This is the time of the year where you got to reflect, but you also got to make decisions. There are a lot of decisions that need to be made. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful for what I have in my health and my building wealth. And you as my partner in crime, and not only friendship, but this podcast thing. So that's how I'm feeling. But how are you doing out there? How's morale in the desert, good sir?
I mean, I don't know if I can't speak for nobody else, but my shit is as low as a fucking snail's belly. Like, I got no faith in my squad no more, man. I love them again. Go continue to love them, but I just have no faith in them. Especially thank you. That's like the perfect soundbite. You know what I'm saying? For what I feel for these Cardinals guys. For you young motherfuckers don't know where that's from. So The Price is Right. You know what I'm saying? The old Bob Barker. Shout out to the rest in peace to the late great Bob Barker. You know what I'm saying? Who cared more about pets than he did people. Right? But,
every pet spayed or neutered.
Spaded or neutered. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. I don't want to put that on that man like that. But yeah, man, it's just like what? I mean, Benny, I have no more expectations, right? I have no more expectations from my Arizona Cardinals. Whatever they do at this point, it don't surprise me. It don't make me happy. It don't make me sad, right? You see, if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you see I started putting the meth head chick up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all just gonna keep letting this happen, right? Y'all just gonna keep doing this, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, I love you, but I'm gonna be real with you, right? The shit's depressing.
It's painful.
It's fucking embarrassing, man.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been thinking about this a lot all week. In the history, and I've never said this, in the 6-year history of us doing this goddamn show, the only reason why I tolerate as much conversation about this goddamn team, the Arizona Cardinals, is because of you and your passion and how much you care. Because let's be real, if you weren't down with the BG, I mean, it's bad enough we got my goddamn kitties. Let's start there. But if you weren't down with it, if you weren't down with the BG, man, some of us wouldn't be getting none of this airtime on the show.
No love, no pub, bro. No love, no pub. And that's real, man. That's realer than real. That's realer than a $1 bill, right? Shit.
We're gonna get to them. We're gonna get to the BG. We got some to get into, including a game, Dr. Bridges, that some people were talking some cash or money shit going in, as they do. It's rivalry week, you already know. But let's just say it did not go their way.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. But let me get my theme music and let me do a quick wardrobe real quick. Just let me take this hat off. See my lovely locks. Let me go ahead and slide this on real quick. Yeah, get it straight.
Handle your business.
That block.
It's about that block M.
Nose. There we go. Okay. You can hear that, Tupac. So you know what time it is. It is time for some goddamn When Blues got time, baby. And when you see that, that means you know I'm going to be going in. And we got to talk about it right now. Why you shouldn't be surprised that Michigan whooped Ohio State 2 years
in a
row.
If they was surprised, it's just false hope.
Yes.
Give it to them.
Let me sip my soda that I'm sure somebody spit in.
As I sip my soda, I'm sure somebody spit it. Right?
So look, Jimmy, you were watching the broadcast. It was the big game. It was number 2 Ohio State versus number 3 Michigan in Columbus, a place that Michigan has not won until now since the year 2000. We're talking about like Tom Brady era. Last time they won up in there. And of course, you're doing the college game day picks and the Fox Big Noon Saturday, and everybody's out for that. Everybody's calling for that blood to run in the streets, courtesy of the Scarlet and Gray. They're using words like massacre, do this and do that. But the interesting thing about it is, by the time you got to halftime, well, it was quite the balanced contest. Michigan deferred. They gave Ohio State the ball, and they went down there right down the first drive and scored. Fine. And everybody was calling for the massacre because they said, well, your Heisman candidate, Blake Corum, he's not going to play. That means you don't have any offense. That means you can't do anything. You have no chance to move the ball. No chance in hell. Shout out to the fucking
not an Ice Cube chance in hell.
Oh my God! Shout out to fucking Vince McMahon's theme music. No chance in hell. Well, they did have a chance in hell, JB, because they outscored Ohio State 28-3 in the second half, something like the Patriots-Falcons Super Bowl, if you recall. And there was no comeback in this one. They gave them boys the work for the second year in a row, beating them by 20 plus by controlling the line of scrimmage, opening up the pass game, making plays on defense, and being a more sound, comfortable, penalty-free, mistake-free football team. JB, I saw it once. The old Buckeye bums started getting in their feelings and trying to headbutt cats, and on the sideline about midway through the third quarter, I was like, we got them. We're in their psyche. And it was absolutely, positively true. Donovan Edwards, as a sophomore, he had a Mickey Mouse glove on his hand. I thought for the entire game he was going to fumble. He ran for 2 long tutties on them boys after we broke their spirit in the pass game and opened up the run game. JB, I can gloat till the cows come home, but it was a thing of beauty watching get it done.
And rightfully so, man. You should gloat, right? Listen, I watched the entire game at work. I was at work watching this game. You know what I'm saying? Our general managers happen to be from Michigan, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, you know what I'm saying, we had to have it on, you know what I'm saying, and had to have it showing. So, listen.
How was the mood in the gym? Like, what was like? Were there fans of either team in the gym being in the desert?
I mean, it was
invested.
No, of course, you know, we got one of our senior VPs is an Ohio State fan. And Dwayne, I'm glad that they got their ass kicked. I'm just being honest with you. I'm glad. I'm so glad that Ohio State got that ass whooped. For all my Ohio State brothers, you know what I'm saying, that I played with, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Y'all know how I feel about Ohio State. I've said it to y'all. I've mentioned it to y'all multiple times, and I am not a fan of that punk-ass school, all right? And it just is what it is, all right? It just is what it is. Now, listen, what I saw was, and I said this before the game started to Matt, who's our GM, who's from Michigan. I said, listen, Michigan going to whoop their ass. And I said, here's the reason why. I said they're going to make it real nasty. They're going to make it real nasty. They're going to make it physical up front. So the X factor, man, you just want to keep it all the way 100, was y'all's quarterback, right? This young man played out of body. He ran when he needed to, right? Getting first downs, keeping drives going, right? And that way, that opened up the offense, and it kept the offense open. So they never really got in those bad third down situations that my Arizona Cardinals stay in. Again, you're going to hear these shots all through the podcast. But this is what kept them above the line, if you will, above water. This is what kept them above water from even a hint of them drowning, if you will, right? That's a metaphor. They just controlled the game. Okay, Ohio State went out and scored. Michigan didn't fret. They went out and answered, right? And from there, it was over, right? A complete ass whooping. LeBron James tweeted that. A good old-fashioned ass whooping. That's what he tweeted. We know how much of an Ohio State fan he is, right? And it's just what it was. So shout out to Harbaugh. Shout out to the offensive coordinator. I forget his name. And he put together a masterpiece of a football, calling it a masterpiece of a game. It don't get no better than that, right? It don't get no better than that. He'll have a head coaching job somewhere in NCAA. It's going to be beautiful. But it was fun to watch. Again, you know how I feel about it, right? It's great for college football when the storied franchises are good, right? So we got Florida State back on top, right? Balling good. We got
SC's in the playoff.
We got Michigan back balling. That's right. SC's back in the playoffs. Texas is on the rise, right?
Hopefully Miami gets their shit together.
Hopefully Miami gets their shit together.
Come on now.
Man, it would be so great if all these teams were back in contention. It would be so great. And then with the mix of all these other teams, you know, so like the TCUs and, you know, so like the UCFs, you know, so who are constantly having good success, right? And creeping around, you know, saying and showing their ugly head. Like, imagine
Coach
how
Prime's
great.
Next home.
Right. Well, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. It might have already done happen.
Colorado, no. Get the fuck out of Colorado. Hell no, it's not happening.
Hey,
but USF?
Hey, you know, he's from down the way, so who knows? But hey, Michigan, shout out to you guys, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to their Block M, all my boys that I played with that represent their Block M, man, you know what I'm saying? It was beautiful to watch. Don't get no better. Now, I'm excited about this week in college football. As you see right now,
championship weekend.
Championship weekend, of course, Michigan will face Purdue in the Big Ten championship. USC is going to face Utah, right? I think Utah State, right? Utah State.
Well, Utah, and because they lost
Utah.
To Utah.
Yeah, and they better watch their ass, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because
they might get bounced out.
Utah is not to be trifled with. I predicted this, Benny. I predicted that Utah is going to beat SC. I predicted that SC is not going to make it to the top 4 this year. I said they're going to be in the top 8, right? Top 6, top 8. They're not going to stay in the top 4. Just like TCU, I do believe TCU is going to get beat this week, right?
Like Kansas State, okay.
I just believe they're going to get beat. They trifle with the win-loss category, win-loss in the games. They've been on the fence, playing double dutch every damn game. Eventually, that shit's gonna run out. Your luck is gonna run out, and they got a bunch of holes in their whole thing. Like, they're a talented football team, but they got some things that can be exploited. And I think Kansas State is right there on the cusp, and they're talented enough and they're disciplined enough football team to be able to do that. So it's gonna be some upsets this week. Michigan won't be one of them, but and Georgia, I don't think gonna be one of them. Right?
Yeah, they play LSU. I mean,
we never know which LSU is gonna show up.
Right. Yeah. And that's and to your point, that's a beauty of college. We're talking about 18, 19, 20, sometimes 21, 22-year-old young men where emotion comes into play, where you have to have a sound culture, and that's why Michigan got it done. And you talk about JJ. At the end of the day, JJ McCarthy's a 5-star quarterback out of Illinois, and he's going to be a good pro. Now, the 5-star argument is flimsy because at the end of the day, Ohio State's got a bunch of 5-stars running around, and a bunch of them are going to have to leave, not having beat Michigan or won a natty, which is why they went to Ohio State. So now they got to go to the league and take that, right? So now it's not about your star; it's about how you play when the lights are brightest.
That's right. It's about who makes the least mistakes, right?
We saw JJ making plays, and the beauty of it is, I actually kind of liked how the season played out because the way that they were running their offense, there was no tape on them doing this. There was no tape on them doing this the entire season because they didn't have to. And JJ stepped up when he needed to. We're gonna get at least one more year of him. And Ohio State fans, I'm gonna say this before we put this to bed. Stop calling for Ryan Day's job. It's called a rivalry.
Yeah, right.
There were 10, 15 year stretches where we were waxing that ass.
Right.
And that's what happens in a rivalry.
Right.
Like, it goes back and forth.
Right. This cat is like, he's good for Ohio State. That's one thing I do like. I like him for Ohio State. Right. He's a great offensive mind. Right. You know what I'm saying? I like him for Ohio State. You know, he's had the success. So, like, people are just so dramatic and so damn stupid. Like, come on, man, get out your feelings. You took an L, right? Now, suck it up. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
walk it off, baby. You just took that L.
Right.
Walk it off, and hey,
ice up, son.
Right. Listen, you win some, you lose some. You live to fight another day. In the words of the late great John Witherspoon. And hey, JB, if nothing else, it is a rivalry again, my friend. And in the words of
it will be.
Gump,
yeah.
That's all I got to say about that. Ooh,
yeah,
buddy, we're back. We are back. It's a game now. So, reviewers, we just wanted to check in on that real quick. So let me get on my wardrobe here. Said that throw that on real quick. Put the hat back on. Bam. Okay. All right. God damn it. Let's pay a couple bills here real quick before we get into some motherfucking recap. That's right. You already know we are sponsored by our guys, Valley Boy Association Clothing. Go to valleyboyassociationclothing.com and use code podcast22 for 20% off your order at checkout. Again, tapping with them, get your stuff for the fall, for the winter, all that good stuff. Valley Boy Association. Of course, get our guy at soontobuy.com. Get your new or pre-owned vehicle text review to 515-444-7003 or DM him on Instagram or Facebook at It's Tim to Buy. And of course, any sponsorship inquiries, interview inquiries, new music, hate mail, JB and Benny Blue Review at Gmail. And if you're just tapping in for the first time, man, please make sure to follow us on all social media at JB and Benny Blue. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube, our TikTok. You already know we got the exclusive content. And if you still want the podcast, patreon.com/JB and Benny Blue for $1 hot a month. You'll get the audio and exclusive content. And again, our new live stream time, 6:30 Pacific, 7:30 AZ time, 8:30 Central time, and 9:30 Eastern. Pow, pow, pow. All right, man. We got to get to it. I know it's painful. But first, let's start here with the kiddies with some week Week 12. I put week 11. It's week 12 recap. Kitties fall to the Bills on Thanksgiving, 28-25. But the way things are looking in the NFC and the NFC North, JB, is there still a wild card path for this team who host the Jaguars, who got a surprising win and a hell of a performance from Trevor Lawrence, 28-27 over the Ravens last week. Is there a pathway still for the Kitties to somehow trip and fall into the wild card?
Hey, listen, this is what I'm telling them if I'm Campbell, right? Just keep playing ball. We don't know what's going to happen. We can't predict what's going to happen. We don't know who's going to win, who's going to lose. All we can do is control how we prepare and how we play for the rest of the season, and we let the cards fall where they may. I know it sounds cliche, but that's all you can do, right? Y'all got all the pieces y'all need. Y'all play hardball every time y'all step on the field. Yes, there is a chance that there is a 8 seed, right? There's a sneaky
seven.
in. 7? Yeah, so there's a way you can get that 7. If you get to that 7, you in there, right? Fuck it. And then once you're in the tournament, it is what it is. It's a 1-game season every week. So, yeah, shit, hell yes, y'all got a chance.
Right. Taking a look at the playoff standings right now. I mean, you have the G-Men who are 6th and the Commanders who are 7th who face each other this week. Then you have the Squawks who took a somewhat surprising loss from a team that was desperate for a win with the Raiders. And then, of course, you got the Falcons ahead of the Kitties, but they just lost Kyle Pitts for the year. And then fucking, hop along Aaron Rodgers, your BG, the Panthers, Saints, Rams, and Bears. Just a whole lot of yuck at the bottom. So, hey, man. They keep staying in these games. I know Kitties fans, I know you're sick of it. Oh, you got to close these ones out. I understand that. But damn it, we're still in the mix. We're still very much in the mix. So we're going to see.
Again, and y'all still so this is still oh, there you go. You better.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
All right, so this the maturation of the Lions.
Yes.
Right? Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, this is still a part of that maturation of the Lions. So you guys are still trending upward, trying to really figure it out while y'all are winning games and still in the hunt, still in contention. So y'all doing good, man.
All right, let's get to it. Goddamn Cardinals. There's a heartbreaker, 25-24 at home. They're falling to 4-8. Kyler Murray called in the press conference, said schematically we're fucked. Holy shit, JB. They're in a bye week this week. Good God. Talk to the people. What the hell's happening?
Again, y'all know where I stand on this, right? For Kyler to say that schematically we're fucked, basically what he's saying is my head coach / offensive play call is an idiot, right? Whose nuts run up in his stomach when it's crunch time.
Man.
There's no way in hell that we should have went 3 and out 3 times in the fourth quarter. We should have sustained one of those drives to an 8, 9, 10 play drive to take 6, 7 minutes off the clock to let our defense rest a little bit so they can go make a play for us to win this game, right? 3 and outs, you get your ass kicked every time. You have to show the defense something they haven't seen all game to keep it fresh, to keep it going, right? We weren't even running the same plays we were running earlier in the game, to be honest, right? So either keep it consistent and do what the fuck they can't stop, or you show them something different every once in a while, a little flash of something, and you have success with it. Now you're like, oh, shit, we can't do what we want to do now. We can't run this defense because they can do that too. Vance Joseph, stop blitzing so fucking much.
Oh, my God, that was killing me. Yeah.
Stop blitzing so fucking much. Sometimes you just got to fucking drop back and let them make a mistake. Because he would have did it. He would have did it. You got to let him make a mistake. Stop blitzing so much. Now, for all intents and purposes, I think Vance Joseph coached a hell of a game for the most part until it got to be crunch time. You live by the blitz. You goddamn die by the blitz. And we died by the blitz.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, as soon as I seen little dude go in motion on that 2-point play, I'm like, yo, they coming to this side. I don't know who they throwing it to, but they getting somebody out of there so they can throw the ball right here. And they did. To the tight end, he was right there, wide ass open. Fucking Isaiah Simmons in fucking La La Land.
Yeah, Gerald Everett was making a little bit of hay. And the thing about it is, I'm watching their offense, I'm like, yo, like, Connor is putting it on his shoulders. Connor was making plays, and they would somehow.
You have to run the offense. I've said this since he's been on our team. We got to run the offense through 6. Todd Gurley asked when he was there with the Rams, right? You have to run the offense through him, right? He's totally capable of catching screens, catching flares out the backfield, running the rock, you know what I'm saying? And then you can do everything you want to do off of him. And one thing I do love they start doing a lot of read option with Kyler, because now you got the illusion of him running it, him handing it, him pulling it, him throwing it, right? So, but that's what we're comfortable. 4 wide should be our base formation at all times, right? Bro, look. the dope head meme. So y'all just gonna continue to let this dude do this shit? Come on, man. This dude is trash. It's been proven. This year alone, like not even the last couple of years where he just fell off like a bad bag of that dope. We start hot, then we go cold. This shit is just bad this year. Now so it's JB, showing for real.
If it warms your cold, nearly dead BG heart, I saw a clip of an interview of Sean Payton talking, and even though the Cardinals' original history, as you know, starts in St. Louis, Sean Payton had a kind of a twinkle in his eye when he was talking about the Cardinals because they mean something to him growing up. He was there when they were coming to Eastern Illinois for training camp back in the day, and he has connections to the franchise. And he can work with a quarterback of Kyler's stature, and he can establish consistent culture. Now, Earl, our guy of KSRN, was saying that there's probably not going to get rid of Cliff because of the money implications. But do you think they have to rip off the Band-Aid? They got to go get this guy.
They don't care about the money, right? I wish people stop saying that because he's a coach and his contract, a lot of it ain't guaranteed, right? I promise you. Again, I'm going to say this. Have you ever noticed this, Ben? Ever tell you how much it's worth? They never tell you the extent of how much money a coach is going to make. They don't. Now, you might be able to look it up and see it, but then when they say, like, yeah, so-and-so got a 5-year extension, that's all they say, right? Players, so-and-so got a 5-year extension worth this much money, possibly this much money because of incentives, right? That contract, I'm pretty sure, is backloaded. It's 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. It's backloaded, right? For their safety. They're not stupid. They've been doing this for years. So you think they're going to sign this man and get stuck with him? No. They did that for a good faith effort to show, hey, we got faith in this cat. Just fucking fire him, right? Just fire him. I think everybody's in position right now. We're pretty good with money right now. Ain't nobody really needs a new contract for the next year or near and a half, 2, right? And if they fucking start asking for money, we're going to let them go. But we need to bring Sean Payton or a veteran coach into this organization because we have too much talent. Kyler Murray, again, I want to say he's a winner. He's won at every level of football he's played at. That's not coincidental, right? It's because the kid has put his hard hat on, his boots, and he's put the work in, and he's made the plays. But with no guidance, he out there floating like everybody else.
Crazy. And so Kime and Cliff have been extended through 2027, but I'm trying to do some research right now, and it's unclear about exactly like what the actual the terms are, right? In terms of like where what that would be as far as
they never exposed that for a coach or a GM. Players, they do it all the time. They never exposed that. Right? Kime, and I'm going to say this again.
And think about this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Kime, again, BG, I'm going to tell you, is not the problem. Everybody's like, Cliff and Kime got to go. Why? Kime is bringing all kind of talent to our team. Him and the executive staff are doing their job. They're bringing talent to our team. They're making people want to come play for the Arizona Cardinals. Right? And they're sustaining them at this point. Because we used to bring talent and lose talent. We used to draft talent and lose talent, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think they've learned their lesson at that aspect. All we need to do is put together some winning seasons, and motherfuckers are going to be dying to get to Arizona.
Right. And real quick, not to interrupt as far as what you were saying with Kime, but the last point I want to make was, and you're seeing this with Matt Rule taking the job with Nebraska. If they can find a way for Cliff to get fired, but then he's transitioning back into a college job, like if he's taking over, like hell, if Cliff gets hired at Colorado, they could probably use it, right? Yeah,
Colorado
that would save the money that they'd have to pay him as a buyout. That way he can, because that's how it works with the contracts. That way he can get his salary from Colorado. That's why the Panthers fired Rule when they did, because if getting the college job, it saves them money.
Right.
It saves them money for what they have to pay on this contract that was left over. So that's the ideal situation, because at the end of the day, Cliff's a college guy. Let's just be real.
He's just
and he might even be like a college head coach. He might be a college coordinator.
He's not. I mean, listen, man, look, I don't know if he's much anything at this point, right?
Right. I mean, he ain't really showing much.
Look,
Cliff.
Right. We know you can do that.
Right. Well, we'll see. We'll see if anything comes out of this bye week, but that's where they stand right now. Speaking of a team that's going in the other direction, Dr. Bridges, the Eagles get it done again in prime time, Sunday Night Football, 40-33. But Rages hurts his oblique. Plus, he has the hand injury and got little glimpses of Jordan Love, slanging some crossing routes, some check downs. Do you feel like the Pack should shut down Rodgers to see what they have finally out of Jordan Love, because he's coming up on the 5th-year option? What are we looking at with this guy?
Listen, you don't see what you have in a quarterback when your season is over, right? You don't put a quarterback out there, to get eaten by piranhas, your season's over, right? Yeah, he's come up on his 5th-year option, right? But at the same time, they ain't got to pay him for what? What the fuck has he done, right? If I'm a GM, I ain't got to pay you. Shit, what the fuck have you done? So if Aaron Rodgers is going to leave us, then he is going to go out in a trail of fucking smoke. He needs to get healthy. Cool. As soon as he gets healthy, he's back on the field, right? Point blank period. We done paid your ass too much motherfucking money, right? You going to play for me, right? So, no, we ain't sitting him down. Jordan Love, you ain't showed a shit, period. When we played in the preseason, when Aaron Rodgers was hurt and you played a little bit last year, just do this. He's going to be a good backup quarterback in the league for a long time. And that's a nice way of me saying that he's just not the guy, right? Mm-hmm. So one thing that is happening right now, Benny, this is a decent quarterback draft coming up, right?
Decent. Emphasis on decent.
Decent, right? And it wasn't even decent last year, right? Yeah. So at all. It wasn't decent at all last year. You know what I'm saying? Last year was a straight up defensive back draft or some shit, right?
Yeah.
But nah, fuck that. Nah, I'm not starting Jordan Love. You know what I'm saying? He gonna play while Aaron Rodgers hurt. I'll probably sit Aaron Rodgers for 1 week and let him get healthy, and then get right back in the game.
But that's what I mean. That's why I posed the question. Do you think because of Aaron Rodgers is hurt, even though the season's essentially lost, just to see if they have a transition, a changing of the guard finally to Jordan Love that they wanted all along, right? And maybe not next year, but you know what I mean? Like they got to figure out what they're going to do with this guy. Otherwise, like you said, he either is going to be the backup or they probably going to let him go.
I mean, at this point, again, Benny, he ain't showed shit when he had opportunity to show shit. And you don't just fucking get a light bulb and go off and click. He was a first round draft pick, right? Anytime you test that field, you should see something that said, okay, you should see reassurance as to why we drafted this cat. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's why we got him right there. Yeah, nah, right. I ain't seen none of that. Right? And he threw a touchdown when he came in, but I mean, we're gonna chalk that up to the receiver. All he got to do is put the ball in front of him. That's what he did. And the receiver kept running. Mm-hmm. Shit, he outran 3 people. Shit, that's a receiver. Great job.
Right.
Love, you had a chance to win the game. You had a chance to show what you could do right there. Didn't do it.
Right.
No, man.
Well, hey, but like you talk about chances of what he showed thus far. This may be his last chance to show something. So
last chance, you right? Yeah. And I ain't talking about university. Last chance,
my God.
Right?
Oh my God, you, goddamn it, you. All right. So that's it with some recap. We're going to introduce a new segment here to talk about some teams that are a little bit on the fence in the NFC and the AFC in a new segment that we are calling Fire or Fraud, baby. Ooh, we like that graphic that this quality by our production team.
Nice.
There it is. All right. JB, first team, Fire or Fraud. the 9-2 Vikings. Their next opponent is hosting the Jets.
Man, look, I'm gonna go fraud.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go fraud, bro. A Kirk Cousins-led team will never win a Super Bowl, bro. Right? And we know this. We've said this before, right? They're going to fail at some point. All they gotta do is lose Justin Jefferson for some reason. And God forbid, I'm not wishing that on.
Right. That's a good point.
Oh, that's it. If he fucking leaves for 2 quarters of a game, they're done. How many fucking spectacular, amazing plays has he made to help them win games? If they lose that kid for 2 games, they are done. Right? And again, even if they go to the playoffs high, they're still going to get their ass whooped by somebody like the fucking Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying? Right? Or whoever sneaks into that 6 and 7 seed. Because they're not going to be number 1 seed. We know it's going to be number 1 seed. Philly. Right? I don't see Philly losing the fucking game. Even though maybe 1, you know, they'll finish, 15-2 or 14-2. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I Philly going to be number 1 seed.
Right.
The Vikings, man, fraud.
So Vikings saying fraud. Okay. Oh, Mitch, cover your ears. Mitch's Titans are 7-4, and they are at the Link this week.
I mean, with that beefed up D-line, you know what I'm saying, I think the Eagles will take care of the Titans. I don't think they're fraud. I think they're going to lose this one. But we know how the Titans do in December. They get hot. You know what I'm saying?
Catch a little fire.
I think they're going to fuck around and lose this, and then from there, they're going to push through, and they're going to get where they need to be.
Okay.
Fire!
All right. This one might be a little bit easier for you. The 5-6 Bucks hosting the Saints.
They'll win this game, but they fraud. I'll take that. So
ooh,
they are fraud. Don't get me wrong, they're fraud. But the problem is this: is that they're number 1 in the South, which ain't saying much. But
right.
they're number 1
of the frauds.
Right, the fraud of the fraud. They're number 1 in the South, nonetheless. Right, but they fraud. They'll get mashed out by whoever they play early.
Ooh-wee. Okay. The team that just beat your squad, the Chargers at 6-5, and they're playing the Raiders in Vegas. They
fraud. We should have beat them. They fraud. Right? They fraud. All that talent they got, right? That Herbert at quarterback, they fraud. They fraud. I'm sorry. Bosa can come back from whatever soft tissue injury he got. You know what I'm saying? They still fraud. Right? Again, we should have beat them. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They should rightfully be fucking 5-6 right now. You know what I'm saying? Going into a Raiders team that's getting hot.
A little hot. Yeah. Okay. Fraudulent. All right. Team is getting a lot of pub right now because they've been 6-1 in their last 7 games. It's the Commanders at 7-5. By the way, the Commanders, shame on you for that Sean Taylor shit. That shit was terrible.
Yeah, that shit was weak as fuck.
Was it like a wire? What the hell was that? It was like unfinished construction.
Yeah, that shit weak as hell. That's just another L for the Redskins organization. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's who did it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're facing the G-Men.
The Commanders are fire, right?
Okay.
They're fire. That big, bad defensive line they got is finally paying off, right? They're playing good defense. They're playing sound offense. Heineke, you know what I'm saying, is leading these boys in the right direction. They're just doing things Riverboat Ron style, right? And it's showing off. So, yeah, they'll whoop the G-Men this week.
Yeah, they're 4-2 on the road.
They're fire. Yeah,
yeah, and the G-Men are 4-2 home. And G-Men are 7-4. So this is a very pivotal NFC East game. So hey, they might be catching fire, baby. Speaking of potential fire, it's the Bungles. They're at 7-4, and they have a huge one this week, Jimmy. They're hosting the Chiefs. God damn.
Now they're fire. Don't get it wrong. But beating these boys they playing, I don't know about all that. We'll talk about that. You know, so we do our picks, but. They fire. You know what I'm saying? They do their thing. The offensive line is starting to seal up a little bit and be more consistent. Protected little Joey a little bit, but yeah, they fire.
Okay. How about the 8-3 Cowboys? Their next opponent is the Colts. Sunday night, I think. I believe it's Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, they fire. I know where the Colts gonna beat them. I mean, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time. What the Cowboys gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they gonna push through? Are they gonna be? You know, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like,
are they gonna?
I do know this. there might be 3 teams from the NFC East in the playoffs. All right. So we gonna see.
That's crazy. Yep, that's true. Very the most competitive division in football, definitely them.
Yep.
And finally, the other New York team, the Jets, Jets, with Mike White, 7-4 at the Vikings.
Fraud.
Oh,
fraud. Homie had a good game last week. Came out gunslinging, but the Vikings gonna take it to him. Fraud. And everybody else is going to take it to him, too, going forward. Saleh, again, I rock with Saleh as a coach. I think he's a great coach. He's a player coach. He wants them to be successful. He is changing the culture around there, right? But this year, not the year for him.
All right. There it is. Well, that's been fire and fraud.
And they're going to do something with that little punk-ass quarterback they drafted. They're going to do something with him because he done basically showed his bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's why his ass sitting in street car.
The MILF hunter, Zach Wilson. God bless you, son.
Right.
All right, that's been some fire and fraud before we get into our Week 13 Savage Picks. Let's pay some bills again. Get our guys Valley Boy Association clothing. Go to valleyboyassociation.com and use code podcast22 for 20% off your order at checkout. And, of course, get our guys timtobuy.com. Get your newer pre-owned vehicle text review at 515-444-7003 or DM him on Instagram or Facebook at It's Tim to Buy. He'll get you into the car of your dreams wherever you are at in the country. And, of course, sponsorship, interviews, new music, or hate mail, please get at us, JB and Benny Blue Review at gmail.com. JB, real quick, we're going to do a NFL.com for the People Fantasy Football League check-in. Leading the Bridges division is our guy, Team Nando, at 10-2, followed by our guy, our girl, Michelle, who is at 9-3 in second, and then our dude, Mike, who's lost 2 in a row at 8-4. And in the blue division, it's Limitless KB 8-4, followed by the Savage Duo at 7-5. Hotly contested there in the For the People Fantasy Football League. The winner gets $500 donated to the charity of their choice and a guest on our show, baby. So before we get into some Week 13 picks, we got to see how we did after 12 weeks of football. And with a drum roll, please, baby. JB's at 102.75-1, but yours truly is at 108.69-1. Let's go over them right now. JB correctly picked the Bills to beat my kiddies. We both picked the Cowboys. I correctly picked the Vikings. We both picked the Bucks, who lost. We both picked the Bungles, who won. Both picked the Dolphins, who won. Both picked the Bears, who lost to the Jets. JB correctly picked the Commanders. JB correctly picked the Panthers. We both picked the Ravens, who got beat by the Jags. I correctly picked the Chargers. We both picked the Squawks, both who lost. Both picked the Chiefs, who won, the Eagles, who won, the Steelers, who won, and the Niners, who want to talk about getting hot, JB, who won. So that is it after 12 weeks of foosball, but we're going to get into it right now with some motherfucking Week 13 Savage picks. And yes, Mitch, we will be calling out your picks as well. All right, it's a mafia at the Pats, dude, and the line is 5.5 for the Bills on the road on Thursday night.
Yeah, buddy, the Bills going to get the win, you know what I'm saying? I know New England going to put up a hell of a fight, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what Bill Belichick-led teams do, especially around this time of year. So, Bills get the win, but New England going to put up a fight. So, you might not want to take that 5.5, but, yeah, Bills get the dub.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot, I think, out of the Pats offense, particularly with Josh Allen struggling, but I don't know that the Pats can match wits with them on offense in terms of score for score, so I'm taking the Bills. And Mitch has the Bills as well. All right, keeping it moving. It's the Steelers going to that big Maybach. The Falcons, and the line is 1.5 for the Falcons at home.
Pittsburgh getting a little hot, man. I'm telling you. They're showing some flashes. Pittsburgh. I got Pittsburgh going to Atlanta and taking that W.
I'm taking the Steelers as well. I don't feel great about the Falcons offense of Kyle Pitts being out. But Mitch is going the other way. He is taking the Falcons, but I am taking the Steelers as well. All right, boom, 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 boom. It's the Aaron Rodgers list, probably. Packers going to the Bears, who I think might be without Justin Fields. And line is 2.5.
Yeah, he got the bum shoulder, right?
Yeah. So Rodgers, he expects to play, I guess. And looking at Chicago, Justin Fields was limited, so I don't know if he's going to play. But yeah. Green Bay 2.5 on the road.
No. I mean, even if Green Bay plays, I think that they're going to end up hurting Aaron Rodgers again. I just think Chicago is going to mess around and make some plays on defense opportunistically to get a win. Again, the Packers they stick a fork in them, they're done, baby, right?
Hey, this is kind of a pick-em game to me. Mitch has the Packers as well. I'm taking the Packers as well just because I think their receivers are finally starting to come alive. If Justin Fields doesn't play or he's not playing well, I think it's going to be hard for him because they're struggling just as bad, if not worse, than the Packers. So I'm taking the Packers, but boy, I don't trust that line. All right, it's Duval headed to the Kitties, and the line is a point for the Kitties at home, JB.
Damn it to hell, I'm picking the Kitties, all right? I don't think Jacksonville is mature enough to go down to or go up and over to Detroit, you know what I'm saying, and play, which I know is going to be a fucking first game of the day.
Right.
Just don't think they're ready for that. So I got Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, Kitties can definitely get it done.
Picture right now. Right?
Kitties can definitely get it done. Mitch has taken the Kitties as well. I don't think the Duval's nice wind is going to travel to the Big D. And hey, we're taking the Kitties as well.
Got Benny's
all right,
there he is. He's back.
There he is. Yeah, you've been freezing like crazy all night, my friend. Oh my God, we got you back just in time for the JETS Jets. You're kind of back. JETS Jets at the Vikings, and the line is 3 for the Vikings at home. Good sir. Uh-oh, Dr. Bridges, we losing him. Oh shit! It's one of those nights, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it's a live stream. Oh, shit. Oh, we're going to bring it back. Well, I'll just keep going on this one. I am taking the Vikings in this contest. I don't trust the Jets to travel, and the Vikings know they need to get some things back on track. Mike White is a nice story, but I don't think they're going to have enough from him in all 3 phases to beat the Vikings, and Mitch is taking the Vikings as well. All right, keeping it moving. I got the Commanders at the G, man, and the line is 1.5 for Washington on the road. Now, it's definitely I think probably a must-win for each team. Definitely wouldn't bet this line, but I'm going to take the Commanders, and Mitch is taking the Commanders as well. And speaking of Mitch, it's Mitch's Titans, Tighten Up Titans, going to the EAGLES Eagles, and the line is 5.5 for the Eagles at home. I think the Eagles keep rolling. I think they can shut down or at least somewhat contain King Henry there, on offense. So I'm taking the Eagles, and Mitch is not even picking his own team. He's taking the Eagles as well. What a guy. All right. Denver Broncos at the Baltimore Ravens. When you're in Baltimore, in the words of JB, got to be more careful. I'm taking the Ravens. I'm pretty sure JB is taking the Ravens as well. Kind of a fluky loss to the Jaguars last week, and Broncos are done. His teammates aren't showing up to his goddamn birthday party. They're screaming at him on the sideline. I'm taking the Ravens, and Mitch is taking the Ravens as well. All right, keeping it moving here. It's the Browns. Oh, my God. It's the Deshaun Watson return special, and the line is only a touchdown, which is kind of surprising for the Texans. It's going to be mayhem in that stadium. They're probably going to be booing him like crazy, I would imagine. I know some of the accusers are going to be at the game as well. So from a purely football standpoint, I guess I'm curious to see how Watson does. But at the end of the day, I think the Browns are going to be way too balanced with the run game to get him comfortable. And then ultimately, I think they're going to get it done. I think they're actually going to beat that line as well. We got JB back.
Heaven help, CenturyLink has the worst fucking Wi-Fi in America. All right, the worst. All right. I've been running through picks, so just give them to me quickly. So where do we leave off when you got cut off? So Jets or Vikings? Who you got? Vikings.
Okay, you got the Vikings. All right, Commanders or G-Men? Who you got?
Commanders.
All right, you got the Commanders. All right, Mitch's Titans or Eagles? Who you got?
Eagles.
All right, you got the Eagles. Broncos or Ravens? Who you got?
Quote the Ravens.
I got to be more careful. And Browns, the return of one Deshaun Watson against the Texans. What do you got on that one?
I think he's gonna come out like gangbusters, bro. I got Cleveland.
Well, I got all right, keep it moving. It's the
Squawks. I can't even give it to them no more. They just Squawks. Honks.
They're trying to fly out of the nest. They're going against the putrid Rams, and the line is 5.5 for a game that will feel like a home game for Seattle on the road.
Yeah, and I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks, man. The Rams have met their demise, bro. You know what I'm saying? They'll never be the same. Sean McVay's offense has been exposed. People know who the fuck he is now. So, yeah.
Yep, I'm taking these Squawks as well, and so is Mitch. All right. Ooh, this is a hell of a matchup, JB. It's the Dolphins at Niners gang. Ooh. And the line is 3.5. Yep, for Frisco at home in the Big Bell Bottom.
I got the Fins, baby. I got the Fins. Go Dolphins. Go Dolphins. Go.
I like this one.
Dolphins.
Spicy pick. Taking the Niners because at home and defense to contain and trick Tua. But man, I would not be shocked if it goes the other way. I'm really excited for this game. So I'm taking Frisco, but it's kind of a home and away thing for me. And who does Mitch have in this one? Mitch has Niners as well. All right. If this isn't the game of the week, this one might be. It's a Chiefs Kingdom going to that big chili bowl in Cincinnati. And the line is 2.5 for the Chiefs on the road.
Yeah, I mean, I just think the Chiefs end up getting it done late. I mean, I think, it's going to be some wild shit going on. Cincinnati just has a knack for playing well late in the season since Burrow's been there, especially with the team they got put together. All they need to do is play solid on their offensive line, and they're going to do great things. So I think Kansas City wins it late. I'm cool with the line. I think they'll end up beating them by 3 or 5 points, but it's going to be one. It's going to be a real game now.
Yeah, I completely agree. I wouldn't be surprised if this one comes down, or Mahomes honestly makes some magic late to pull ahead. So I'm taking the Chiefs as well, and so is Mitch. All right, it's the San Diego, LA, Barstow, San Antonio, Bakersfield Superchargers against they're coming to life, Raiders, and the line is 2 for the Chargers on the road.
I don't know. I think the Vegas Raiders are gonna be like the Undertaker after he left Paul Bearer. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna really come to life very much. So listen, I want to pick the Raiders just because I think that there's like I got Daniels being smarter or McDaniels being smarter than our coach, but it ain't hard to be. So I think that they'll play tough, and I think that Vegas will end up beating them by the strength in the legs of Mr. Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Their powerful running back.
I mean, see, here's the thing. I think this is going to be a very charged environment with the Chargers. I think the Raiders know that they're going to be talking about the Undertaker really in the grave. They don't get this done. I think they're going to play them really well and find a way to fuck this up at the end. And I think the Chargers are going to go in there and steal one.
Another one?
So I'm taking the Chargers, and so is me. Yes, steal another one. And Mitch is taking the Chargers as well. All right, it's Chad Carr's Colts going against the. How about them Cowgirls? I mean, them Cowboys, and the line is 9.5 for the Cowboys at home.
I wouldn't take the line, but I'm definitely taking the Cowboys. I feel like the Cowboys will end up dominating this game late. Saturday. I'm sorry. I hadn't said this, but I'm going to say it. I think the coach are idiots for hiring Jeff Saturday. I really do. I know Irsay, that's his boy, you know what I'm saying? But I think they're stupid as hell for doing that. They had so many people on their staff that could have led that team better than him, right? You bring an outsider into your organization. I know he's been around the organization. He's like Peyton Manning. He's always around, you know what I'm saying, yada, yada, yada. But they don't know him. He ain't been in the trenches with them. No camp. No none of that shit, right? It's going to start to show. It's going to start to show real ugly. Happened last week. It's going to really happen this week. Yeah, so Dallas is going to beat the shit out of them boys.
Yeah, I mean, to somewhat of Jeff Saturday's credit, he's had them playing tough, but at the end of the day, they need to go out and they need to get the guy and make sure it's the right guy. They need to get the right quarterback too. There's a lot of things. They have a lot of good pieces, but they just haven't put it together. Culture's all kind of messed up.
You stop 28, they're pretty much done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Matt, they got to move on from Matt Ryan. So I'm taking the Cowboys,
right.
And Mitch is taking the Cowboys as well. And finally, it's a little the big gumbo bull baby headed to that Tampa Bay Buccaneer pirate ship, and the line is 4 for the Bucs at home. Dr. Bridges.
I got the Bucs because the Saints don't know what the fuck or who the fuck or when the fuck. All right. I mean, like, some of the shit that happened in San Francisco is like, fuck are y'all doing? So, yeah, I'm going to roll with Tampa Bay on this one.
Yeah, I like the Bucks as well, and Mitch does too. I mean, to be honest with you, we're getting that point in the season where they can flex some of these games. I really wish they would flex this out of Monday Night Football, but at the end of the day, this may be.
Well, Monday Night Football is hard to change. Like Sunday night is different. True. Monday night very hard to change. Right? Yeah.
True. You're right. It's a good point. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, not a great matchup, but the Bucks will probably get it done, go to a 500 record, and maybe they start to trip and fall in the way to win that NFC South. So there you go. You talk about the four frauds. They just might be the leader of the pack.
Right.
So there it is. Bye week is JB's former employers, the Cardinals and the Panthers. Money making Mitch's pick of the week is the Vikings -3 against the Jets. Last week he had the Titans. Womp womp. They lost, and he's 3-5 on the season. So we'll see who's right, who's wrong, who is both right, who is both wrong. And when we get to this point in the show, you know what that means.
Hey, Cardinals, congratulations. We're going to get a W this week. Woohoo.
Yes, let's do it. JB, take us home. We need us, baby. What you got?
Nothing. I don't. Just, treat your neighbor as you want to treat yourself. Again, I'll say it. Treat your neighbor as you want people to treat your kids, right? That's pretty much it, man. Other than that, we're here, we're blessed. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how blessed you are, but you need to appreciate how blessed you are. Live in gratitude, all right? Stop walking around sulking. Stop waking up in the morning regretting the next morning because your ass couldn't or shouldn't be here. Or baby, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's a chance that you couldn't be here, right? Benny, I ride to work every morning and I pass by people who look miserable, right? They're not celebrating life. Celebrate life, right? When you wake up in the morning, put 2 feet on the ground, or if you ain't got 2 feet, put the 1 foot on the ground, all right? If you got 9 toes, put 9 toes on the ground, get up, take a deep stretch, and thank God for another day of life, right? Because there's somebody who can't do that, right? Other than that, man, we appreciate you. Episode 240. All right. We love you to death. JB and Benny Blue on all social media platforms. All right. On YouTube, subscribe to us. Tell your friends about us. All right. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? We out here giving this good content, man. You can't get this nowhere else, man. You know what I'm saying? So outside of that, you want to hear our velvety smooth voices. All right. Patreon.com/JB and Benny Blue. That's $1. Can get you that month to month. All right. That's $1 damn. Okay. All right. So that's 2 Lucy's at Julio's. You know what I'm saying? 2 Newports. All right. You want to hear our smooth voices out here in the Valley. Casualsports.com, word to Earl. You know what I'm saying? Live streaming right here on the radio in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? The beautiful Valley of the Sun. Shout out to the Suns, so who are bringing me joy right out here in the Valley of the Sun. I appreciate you guys. Somebody's got you. Goddamn. I appreciate it. All right. JB and Benny Blue Review at gmail.com for every damn thing. All right. Sponsorship, interviews, new music. All right. Hate mail, love mail. We don't give a fuck. Holla at us, baby. We need that. You know what I'm saying? We need to feel all that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Episode 240, dog.
That's it. We rolling, baby.
In the books, baby. You know what I'm saying? Mickey Scala. All right. Mason Mick. December 16th. All right. Let me look at my calendar. I just want to make sure everybody knows this. All right. December 17th. He got on the card, the Showbox card, Benny. All right. He got on the Showbox card. You know what I'm saying? So December the 17th, that's a Saturday in Vegas. All right. Do the math. We're going to continue to post it. You know what I'm saying? When we get more information, we'll give y'all more information. Benny, exactly. We're going to be in Vegas December 17th. It's already written. All right. Yeah, I mean, so we're going to do great things, brother. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, appreciate y'all again. This has been the JB and Benny Blue Review, episode 240. And we'll holla at you, man.
Peace.